Sunday morning, 5 a.m. You get up because your alarm clock just went off. You know why you woke up at 5 a.m.? Because rent's due. And you can't afford to pay it with your Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. So what did you do? You said, bro, I gotta take some side jobs. Concrete side job day, okay? Now picture this. You're slaving away. You're pouring concrete. You look up, the sun's beating, you're sweating. You're saying, what the hell am I doing here? You've been slaving away in the heat, slinging concrete left, right, and center. The concrete truck pulls up. You just loaded 10,000 pounds of concrete into Uncle Cesar's backyard for his fresh new pool after he hit the concrete dreamer. But then what happened? You go, bro, I'm hungry. You look for your lunchbox everywhere. You can't find it. You call her up. You say, Ma, did you pack the panino? She said, what are you talking about? What panino? Until you realize that MBH Bets dropped the panino parlay.
You just finished work. You're in your car, stuck in traffic. It's bumper to bumper. And then you whip out your phone because you got a notification from YouTube. MBH Bets just dropped.
I'm putting $250 to return $45,530.
That's going to buy my mom the dryer. Finally, if it doesn't, I'll retire.
You're done doing concrete. You're welcome. Welcome back to another episode of the Last Leg podcast powered by the boys at MBH Bets. Guys, we're on episode 32. The fact that we even made it this far is a miracle.
It's a miracle.
I'll call it a miracle. I'll call it a miracle, okay? Although the last few weeks haven't been a miracle, and I actually want to talk about it because I think it's pretty interesting. We have a chart here that essentially is showing my percentages versus Cesar's percentages. And if you look at like week 22, which was about almost 9 weeks ago now, we were on fire. 84% C's, 86% me. The next week, 75% C's, 80% me. That was week 23, which was the week that we cashed out the Dreamer. And then we had a little bit of a hiccup the following week, and then the next 2 weeks were good again. But the main point I want to bring here is obviously our last few weeks haven't been incredible, to say the least. They've actually been pretty detrimental.
Pretty underwhelming.
However, the chart's pretty interesting. If you guys will see it on the screen now. It's C's is pretty even. He hovers generally between 60 and 70%, which is like, as a sports bettor, it's where you want to be. Me, I'm either the world's best sports bettor at over 80%, some weeks close to 90%, and then I'm the world's worst. So I'm who you don't want to be, okay, as a sports bettor. You don't, those highs and lows are crazy. So you want to be C's, you don't want to be me. I just thought it'd be interesting to show you guys this. So it gives you guys more context on just like how the last few weeks have gone, the last 10 weeks, call it. But I don't want to bore you with that anymore. It's time to get straight to business. C's, let them know what they need to do before we get into the plays.
Guys, of course, you got to follow us on Instagram at MBH Bets, and you got to subscribe to the boys. Guys, we'll give you a quick second. Hit the subscribe button. Follow the boys. We're going to do this. We're going to crush the end of the season and the World Cup coming very, very soon. And
just like that, you guys know where we start. We start on Friday. Classic, okay? We're keeping Friday extremely light. 2 games we like here. That's all we're going to talk about. First game is in the Serie B. You guys know we love the Serie B. We've got Frosinone versus Mantova. This is literally the final game of the regular season before they go into the playoffs. Teams are already going to be relegated. Teams are going to be going up. So this game is second place versus 10th place. If you guys have been following the pod, you know we've been riding with Frosinone for at least half of the pod since its inception. Just because I need to get my averages up, I'm going to go super safe here. I'm going with over 1.5 total goals in the game. The odds are very low, extremely low, 1.2. This is nowhere near a straight bet by any means. This is something you're just going to throw in as a parlay booster. So give me Frosinone versus Mantova over 1.5 total goals.
Yeah, it's still a solid little parlay booster there. Just a little context into this game. Frosinone can guarantee promotion with just a draw. But in front of their home crowd, I think they get the win. But to be, just to be safe, maybe a double chance is a good option there. Frosinone are 2-0-1 versus Mantova, defeating them 5-1 once already this season. In all 3 games ending in both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. Mantova sit just outside of the playoffs, but they need a win here, and they're dependent on other teams' results above them to secure that playoff spot to get into the Serie A. And they defeated Monza last week 3-2, who are top 3 in the league, after defeating Suditro 3-0. So they're in a little run of form, 2 games in a row, winning, scoring 3 goals. So I expect goals in this fixture. I'm taking both teams to score at 1.6. It's going to be a cracker of a match in the Serie B.
Yeah, I mean, I love that. But like I said, I got to get my averages up, so I'm going hella safe here. All right, moving on to the second game and the last game we have for Friday. We have Lens versus Nantes. This is 2nd versus 17th. They're both kind of fighting for different things. Lens pretty much locked in at 2nd place. I don't see them overtaking PSG for the league. Like at the end of the day, the league favors PSG. They've literally been giving them games off so they can focus on Champions League, whereas like no other league does that for their team at all. So I still think they have a slight chance at first place. They're not going to get it, but they're at home. They're going to want to win out the last few games in front of their home fans after an amazing season, one of their best in history. So I'm going to roll with Lens money line at 1.39. This will not be an inclusion in any of my parlays at the end of the pod, but I'll definitely be looking at it closer and most likely placing it closer to Friday if I want to put a little parlay together for Friday. 1.39, I think the value is there. Although Nantes has been in actually a pretty good run of form. They beat Marseille last week 3-0. A, they were home. B, Marseille has been in a bad run of form. So not the best. And Nantes is still fighting to go to 3rd last place where they will be in the relegation playoff to save their lives and stay up. So I like Cesar's play here. Again, I'm going with what I think is going to happen regardless of goals. I think Lens gets the win. So give me Lens money line at 1.39.
Yeah, so I like both teams to score here at 1.75 odds. The last 3 games between these two have gone over 2.5 and had both teams to score. Lens are 6 points behind League One leaders PSG, who they play next week at home. So a dub here for Anthony and for them will be huge because it reduces the point gap between them. And if they can get a result against PSG next week, it'll make the title race a lot more interesting and closer. This is a match where they need to secure all 3 points. Nantes are not technically relegated yet, but are 5 points behind 16th Auxerre with a minus 22 goal differential. They did, however, defeat Marseille, like Anthony said, 3-0 last week, and they'll be looking to repeat that result to have any mathematical hope of staying up or play in the relegation playoff. With all this said, guys, like I said, both teams will score. Lens don't have the greatest defense. Nantes is fighting for their lives. Lens low-key have Lyon right behind them for that 2nd spot. Regardless, 1st, 2nd, 3rd are guaranteed Champions League. And even if PSG, I think if they win this week in Champions League, go to the finals, they secure their Champions League spots for the coefficient. So for this game, Friday, both teams to score is my play here.
Okay. That wraps up Friday. We're going to move on to Saturday. Okay. We're starting off with a cracker of a matchup. We got Liverpool versus Chelsea. This is 4th versus 9th place. Liverpool coming off a goal fest against Man U. To be fair, they did deserve to lose. Their 2nd goal was a gift. There's no other way to put it. Layman's literally passed it to their striker, who passed it to Gakpo, tapped it in. Congratulations. They did deserve to lose. Man U's obviously been on form. They've been in fire. And Chelsea is horrible. There's no other way to put it. So I have 2 plays here. Sistos, make sure to drop both of them in here for my plays. I like Liverpool moneyline at 1.88. I think they get it done. Do they really have anything to play for? Not necessarily. They're pretty much locked in their Champions League spot. They have some injuries, but it is what it is. I think they want to close out the season with a dub, especially against Chelsea. Everyone likes to beat Chelsea, especially when they're down. So I like Liverpool moneyline at 1.88, but I think even the safer bet here is both teams to score at 1.44. As much as I think Liverpool wins this game, I think they will concede. Chelsea will want to go out, at least try to end the season in some sort of, have some sort of respect for themselves to finish off the season. There hasn't been much, but I think they'll be looking to do that. So I see goals from both sides. Liverpool going to score at home for sure. Chelsea will at least get 1, I believe. So I like Liverpool to win, but I also like both teams to score. So Liverpool to win is 1.88 and both teams to score is 1.44.
That might be a nice little same game parlay for this match.
True.
Yeah, so we got 4th place Liverpool versus 9th place Chelsea. Liverpool coming off a 3-2 loss to Man United. To be fair, the second half, they did come back. They played decent, but they ultimately did deserve to lose. Chelsea coming off a 3-1 loss to Nottingham Forest. I believe it was yesterday on Monday. Horrible. Very bad injury happened to their debutant, Derry. Shout outs to him. Hope he's okay. So regardless, these are 2 very disappointing teams considering the stature that they have, Liverpool and Chelsea. But I think Liverpool are the slightly better team. Chelsea are in much worse form at the moment. So I like Liverpool money line, Liverpool to win at 1.88 odds. They're at home. They're at Anfield. They should get the job done. Chelsea are just abysmal at the moment. They got rid of Enzo Maresca early in the season. I don't know why. He was a great coach. They brought in Rosenvoir from their sister club, Strasbourg, and had done absolutely nothing. He's already gone. So considering how bad Chelsea is, I'm going with Liverpool money line here.
Dude, you don't know how much I like to hear you say that. I haven't heard you say Liverpool money line in a long time.
Well, when I got Chelsea and Liverpool going, I just got to go with the better team at this point,
I was so happy. Dude, if you were next to me, I'd give you a nice smooch, okay? Anyways, moving on. Let's go to the next matchup we have here on Saturday, which is Sunderland versus Man U. I'm gonna do something that I usually don't do, okay? I'm going with Man U money line here. I think the odds you just have to do it. 1.93, almost double your money. This is a beautiful straight bet, I think. You're getting those odds for a few reasons. They don't have much to play for in terms of where they're going to end up, in the table. But at the end of the day, they're going to want to close out the season. You're seeing guys after the game saying that they would die on the pitch for Carrick. That's an amazing thing. You haven't heard Man U players talk about their coach like that, and probably since Ferguson, to be honest. Yeah. So it's great to hear that. And when you hear something like that coming off a big win against Liverpool, you're going to look and say, yeah, they should be able to get the job done against Sunderland. Again, two teams who don't have much to play for, but I think just from a respect factor, Man U's going to look to get this job done. So give me Man U money line at 1.93.
Yeah, I just want to say something here. I have a bone to pick with Opta. Opta is like the organization that gathers all the stats and creates the rules for the stats. So Bruno received a cross in the box, headed it towards Šeško. Their goalkeeper, Woodman, barely touches it with his fingertips. The ball's still going towards Šeško, and he scores. But because the goalie intervened, that is not considered an assist. I had Manchester United money line and Bruno to score an assist in that game, and that was it. That should have been it for me, but they didn't count it. They don't consider it. Opta, change your rules, please. That is a joke. Bruno should be at 20 assists this season, tied for the league record with Kevin De Bruyne and Thierry Henry. And going into this game, he should be superseding that. But in this game, I guess he will ultimately, hopefully, get the 20 assists. Anyways, guys, here, I got Manchester United money line at 1.93. They're in red hot form. They're going to ride this form to the end of the season and strong. They're in third place, probably the highest position they've ever placed since I believe Mourinho was there. Last year, they finished 15th. Horrible. This year, huge impact. Shout out Ruben Amorim for buying the players that he bought. The system he used was garbage. Carrick came in, took the wheel, and actually implemented a very good system with the players he had. Kobe Mainoo, shining, scored the winning goal last week. Under Amorim, he was a lost cause. Now he's looking really, really good, and hopefully he gets called up for England in the World Cup. So just a little bit of context here. United are 12-2-5 versus the Black Cats, which is Sunderland, and 4-2 away to Sunderland. United defeated them 2-0 already this season back in October. And yeah, guys, that's why I like Man United money line. I'm riding the red hot form. That's all I got to say.
Okay, let's move on. Next matchup, we have Man City versus Brentford, guys.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, obviously at the time of recording, we're recording this the day after Man City failed to beat Everton after being up 1-0, after Mark Gahey gives up the memes are hilarious. He makes that pass and instantly he looks up like, what did I just do? And by the way, Donnarumma saved them multiple times prior to that fuck up.
He robbed Njai on that 1v1.
Dude, on the 1v1, robbed him. And so I feel bad for him because, like, bro, as a keeper, there's not much more you can do. Yeah. Even their second goal off the header, like, Holland was right there. Like, he half-ass jumped up, didn't get to the ball. Like, it was just a absolute mess from the defense. Honestly only feel bad for Donnarumma in this position. But anyways, they bottle it. They somehow come back at the end. Generally they usually do that. I think if they were only down by one goal, they probably actually still go on to win the game. But is what it is. They tied 3-3 to Everton, which to me puts the league away. Now technically it's not done because of the points and the situation. But for me, the league is done. However, they have nothing else to look forward to. They're just going to try and win out the season and see if they can still steal the Premier League from Arsenal. So they're at home to a Brentford that has literally nothing to play for. Brentford does have something to play for, but doesn't matter. Man City, obviously bigger, stronger, better club and more to play for. Give me Man City money line at 1.35.
Yeah, if Mark Gahey didn't make that pass, they probably would have seen out the game 1-0. The game was looking like it was just going to end 1-0. There wasn't much happening. It was all City first half, just pounding the box, going nuts. Great goal from Doku to score the first one, and then amazing goal again to equalize at the very end for City. Regardless, City at home here at the Etihad. I like City moneyline here at 1.35. Not great odds, but I'm just like, what's crazy is that I'm a Man U fan, but I hate Arsenal so much that I need Man City to just go off and get maximum points for the rest of the season. And I hope West Ham, which we'll get to soon, get some points, drop some points for Arsenal this weekend.
Don't see it happening, but all good. We move on. The next matchup we have here is Stuttgart versus Leverkusen. This is 4th versus 5th. There's a lot to play for in this matchup. Yeah. This is a huge one. This is a Champions League determining game. Besides what it means and what's going on and goal differentials and everything, which C's will get into, I'm going with a very straightforward and what I feel is a safe bet. I'm going with both teams to score here at 1.30. If you know these teams, if you've bet on these teams, if you've watched these teams, if you look at their head-to-head and just their past games in general, there are goals galore. I see Stuttgart scoring at home. Also see Leverkusen scoring away just because they're in great form. So both teams to score here at 1.3. I love it. Again, nowhere near a straight bet for me, but something that you throw in as a parlay inclusion. I'll let C's get to his play and all the stats.
Yeah, so both teams tied on points, but Leverkusen edged them by goal differential. Stuttgart have never beaten Leverkusen at home in 13 meetings, losing 8 of them. That's insane. The last 5 at home in Stuttgart have seen both teams to score results. Multiple things you could consider both teams to score. Like Anth said, low odds, over 2.5. Again, low odds. But I'll be going with double chance Leverkusen at 1.72 odds. I have to consider that they're undefeated in Stuttgart in the last, what did I say? 8 games? No, last 13. Last 13. And Leverkusen winning their last 2 games and Stuttgart drawing theirs. It looks like a recipe for Leverkusen to at least draw in this game. So I'm going to go with the better double chance odds here with Leverkusen or draw 1.72. And that's it. Considering the history, I got to go with, with history.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're going with history.
I'm a historian,
Here we go. How much history did you learn, bro, at school?
Buddy, classical civs was my best subject.
All right, moving on. Game 7. We're going to La Liga. We have Atletico Madrid versus Celta Vigo. I'm not touching this game. C's, go for it.
This is a weird game because at the time of recording, Atletico will be playing Arsenal in the second leg that is tied 1-1 of the Champions League semifinals. I think regardless, Atletico have been picking up their form in the league even while rotating their squad heavily. So I'm going with double chance Atletico or draw at 1.31 odds. Celta ranked 3rd for away form this season, but have never won at Atletico's ground in La Liga in their history. So I got to go with history again here. Historian C's, Uncle C's the historian. Double chance Atletico, that's my play.
Okay, moving on. Next matchup, we're going to Belgium, which we haven't really touched too often. We were riding this league pretty hard at the beginning of the season, beginning of the pod. We slowed it down a little bit, but now they're in the playoffs. So we're bringing it back. Okay, we have 1st place versus 3rd place in the championship round. Club Brugge versus Saint-Truiden. Hope I'm saying that right. Don't know for sure. All good. Anyways, we're going with Club Brugge on the money line at 1.53. Okay. Club Brugge are first, on fire, playing great. They're a team that always does well in Europe. Every time I've watched them, they play amazing football. You see a lot of players start their career there before they move on to bigger clubs. Solid team. Give me Club Brugge money line at 1.53.
Yeah, Club Brugge are first place with 47 points and Truden are 3rd with 39, so the gap there is drastic. Bruges are 1 point ahead of reigning champions Union Saint-Gilloise. Bruges are 17-6-5 versus Truden, 11-2-1 at home. Bruges have won their last 3 with a combined score of 11-3, winning 6-1 at home in one of those games. They also recently defeated Saint-Truden a month ago, 2-1 away to them. So I'm taking also Club Bruges moneyline at 1.53 odds.
Okay, moving on to our favorite league. Our favorite league, ladies and gentlemen.
Best league in the world.
MLS, bro. I saw somebody saying that MLS is going to be bigger than Serie soon.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
I wonder who that was. I think he's in this room right now. Actually, the room that
I
I'm
hate
in.
those guys. I hate those guys. Okay, anyways, we have Toronto FC versus Inter Miami. Hilarious. I came to Miami to watch Inter Miami, and then they went to my hometown, Toronto. Funny enough.
Sick,
okay, well,
bro.
here it is. This is 3rd place versus 8th place in the East. Toronto FC at home, goal fest. You're going to see 6-7 goals of these games. And Inter Miami does the same thing. I just watched Inter Miami play at New Stadium. I thought for sure I was about to see their first dub. They're up 3-0 in the first half. They lose 4-3. Yes, it was a derby, but it doesn't matter. You don't go up 3-0 and lose 4-3. I was talking to Cesar after the game. I was telling him like they look like they're just playing men's league. It's like Messi and his boys. They're just like having fun. They don't care.
Yeah,
like, they're just there.
up.
They're just showing up, play a couple games. Messi's like, buddy, when I retire, I own 30% of this team. I'm loaded. It is what it is. So knowing that, and that's how they play, I'm going to go with Miami or draw and both teams to score at 1.98, basically double your money. Few reasons. Inter Miami has actually been better on the road than at home. So give me that right away. I think they probably win this game, to be honest, but the or draw is for the safer side of things. And both teams to score. TFC will score, but they'll also concede. If you look at the history of their last home games, it's both teams to score every single matchup. So, and Inter Miami will concede to the worst team in the league as well. So give me Miami or draw and both teams to score at 1.98.
Yeah, Toronto have had both teams to score results in their last 8 in a row, all at BMO Field because they're on a crazy home streak right now. They only won twice, drew 4 times, including last week against San Jose, and lost once to Atlanta. So pretty draw heavy over there in Toronto. Miami coming off a disastrous 4-3 loss at home to Florida. Of course, when Anthony goes to watch the game live, they actually lose their first game at home because the other 2 games at home in their new stadium, they drew 2-2 or 1-1, whatever it was. Crazy hat trick by Ojeda for Orlando. Then former Toronto FC player Spicer gets the winner. Both Canadian goalkeepers for Orlando and Miami actually had very good games, just horrible defenses. Miami are the best away team in the Eastern Conference. They're 5-1-1 on the road. Miami are 9-2-2 versus TFC and 3-1-2 in Toronto. I mean, Miami's due for a dub. They're a road team. Everything's gearing up towards that. I think if you want to be a little bit riskier or safer, it depends how you look at it. You could take Miami money line, but considering TFC, they tend to hold down results at home, only lost once. So give me Miami or a draw and both teams to score at 1.98 odds. I can see Miami winning this like 3-1 or even like a 3-3 game, to be honest. There's been a couple 3-3 goal fests in Toronto already.
Okay, moving on. Next matchup in the MLS, we have New England Revolution versus the Philadelphia Union. This is second place versus last place in the East. I think New England being in second place is a surprise to everybody. I don't think anybody was looking at these guys before the season started, but here they are, okay? And also on the flip side, I don't think anyone saw Philly being dead last in the East after winning the Supporters' Shield the season before. So what's going on? Can't really tell you, to be honest. I'm going with something that, if I'm being honest, the stats don't make sense for. I'm going with both teams to score at 1.75. Here's my thought process. And I could be so off with this, to be honest, but I'm just going to give you my thought process and you guys do what you please with this information. When I see a team in first place versus or second place in the whole league or in the East versus dead last, and you can get them both teams to score at 1.5, meaning their money line, I don't have it in front of me, is probably over 2x.
Yeah.
The league, the bookies are seeing that Philadelphia is going to get some sort of goals. So if you're getting or draw 1.5, they don't think this is going to be a 0-0 game. They think this is going to be 1-1, 2-2. They're seeing goals both ways. So I'm making this pick strictly off of the way that the lines look right now, and I think that there's value there. BTTS at 1.75. I'm gonna roll with that all day.
This guy's dropping scientific formulas to get plays now. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm taking.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
No, of course, it's MLS at the end of the day, guys. Like, there's gonna be goals. No one's like perfect in MLS, clearly. Yeah, I like New England double chance. So New England are draw at 1.5. New England are ranked second at home this season with 5 straight wins in MLS. Philly lost or drew their last 4 games, drawing 3 and losing 1. New England's not a bad team so far. I don't know too many players on that team other than Carlos Gil, but I like the odds here for the home team to not lose at 1.5 odds. I'm going to be taking that. That's what I want. That's what I love. That's what I need.
All right, moving on to the next matchup in the MLS. We have, and actually the last matchup for Saturday that we have here. Probably not, because I have some games at the end that I'll get to, but we have San Jose versus Vancouver. These are the 2 top teams in the league, first and second in the West. But I mean, in terms of football that they play, incredible teams. Weird that Vancouver is going to lose their team when they have probably the best team they've ever had. We'll talk about that later. I'm going with both teams to score here at 1.4. It's not the world's best odds, but it's priced there because that's where it should be priced. If I look at both of these teams' last few games, they've scored in every single one. San Jose scored 1 last game, 4 the game before that, 3 the game before that, 5 the game before that, and 4 the game before that. So if you're telling me that they can't get 1 this game at home, they're getting 1, and vice versa. Vancouver scored 1 the last game, 3 before that, 3 before that, 2 before that, 3 before that. So these teams score goals, and especially in a matchup where you're having first versus second, they're going to go hard. They're both going to want to end up in first place after this weekend. So it can be both teams to score at 1.4 here. I love it.
Yeah, both teams to score actually looks pretty decent here. I like that as well. But I'm taking San Jose or draw at 1.62, and this is why. San Jose are unbeaten in 9 matches and scored 17 goals in their last 5. Vancouver are unbeaten in their last 5, winning 4, drawing 1, scoring 12, and conceding 4. Vancouver's last loss was actually at home in Vancouver to San Jose back on March 21st, where they lost 1-0. Their only loss this season in the MLS. Now, at San Jose in California, I'm going to ride with the home team, the best team in the league right now. San Jose or draw at 1.62 odds. Give me that all day.
That concludes Saturday. Again, there'll be a few at the end we're going to bring up that were probably on Saturday, but that concludes Saturday for now. Moving on to Sunday, where we have West Ham versus Arsenal. Wow, what this game means for both of these teams. It is insane. Okay, you have 18th place West Ham, who is fighting relegation, 1 point behind Tottenham in 17th, versus Arsenal, who is in first place, 5 points ahead of Man City, but Man City does have a game in hand. Wow, this is going to be a very interesting game to watch, and I'm going to do something that I usually don't do. I'm going to go Arsenal money line here at 1.65. After seeing what City did, I mean, I've been bouncing back and forth on this topic the last few weeks. Arsenal's going to do it. City's going to do it. I'm going to go back and forth, but I'm going to go Arsenal money line here at 1.65. I think they have the perfect motivation now to go out and win this game. A win here pretty much seals the deal for them. And they're doing it against a West Ham team who has not been good at all. Although, yes, West Ham has a lot to play for to try to save their season and not get relegated. I still think Arsenal gets the job done here. At the end of the day, if you look at their record, Arsenal has won 22, drawn 4, and lost 5 to West Ham. So history is in their favor. Give me Arsenal, the better team, on the money line at 1.65.
Yeah, I unfortunately also have Arsenal to win here. After that result yesterday, that City blundered, they bottled a 1-0 lead. I've kind of conceded to Arsenal potentially winning the league this year. But West Ham, you guys have everything in your power to make Arsenal not win the league and potentially relegate Spurs. Spurs are playing Leeds this weekend. I hope Spurs doesn't pay Leeds off to get the dub. I hope Leeds gets a result there and West Ham wins this game despite history, despite the season, despite everything. Get your shit together, Nuno Espirito Santo. Get the boys riled up. Get Bowen riled up. Get Matheus Fernandes riled up. Get the boys balling because we don't want to see Arsenal win the league and we don't want to see you go down, okay? And with all that being said, I did pick Arsenal money line, but it is what it is. I need West Ham to win. Come on, you Hammers.
Yeah, that's crazy to go so hard on one side and then be like, actually, I'm still going to bet against them.
I'm going to see, right? Like yesterday, I was conceding. I was sad. I didn't want to see Arsenal win. But today, I woke up and I said, West Ham can do it. West Ham can pull it off. They can do it. My boy Matheus Fernandes is not going to get relegated 2 seasons in a row with 2 different teams. Nuno Espirito Santo at the wheel. Pray to the Espírito Santo and get it done, please.
So, then go. Well, why don't you go West Ham double chance?
You know what? Okay, fine. I'll go. No, because I want to keep my record good. You know?
Okay. Let's move on. We're going to game 13. The matchup, a massive matchup. Ooh. It is El Clásico. Okay, we have Barcelona versus Real Madrid. Okay, this is first versus second place.
You say it like
you like that?
Real
Like how I said that?
Madrid.
You like that? This game really means nothing if we're being honest. First and second is solidified. Barca's winning the league. Madrid's coming second. It just is what it is. And just the injuries are insane. Lamine Yamal out for the season, which obviously is their best player and arguably the best player in the world.
Mbappe out for the season. He's in Italy right now.
Mbappe out for the season. Güler out for the season. Militao out for the season. Courtois out for the season. Essentially, all these guys are just saying like, hey, I'm not playing anymore till the World Cup. Like these are all guys who are getting called up to their World Cup teams. They don't want to risk it. So they're like, screw this. We're finishing second. We don't care. But it is still El Clasico. There is still something to play for. These coaches are not going to be like, yeah, boys, go out there and just do whatever. So anyways, I'm rolling with Barcelona double chance at 1.27. The odds aren't great, but it is what it is. And there is a reason for that. Barca has won 6 of the last 7 matchups with Real Madrid against the Real Madrid team today that is very injured. Yes, Barca's missing their best player, but that's just one player against Real Madrid's 5-6 starters that are out. So give me Barcelona double chance at 1.27. I think that's easy money for me.
Yeah, generally in terms of league context, this doesn't mean much. First versus second, Barca are pretty much going to win the league regardless. But this is El Clasico at the end of the day. Barcelona are going to want to win this so that they secure the league title against Madrid in El Clasico. Yes, if they win, they secure the league. Real Madrid, Arbeloa and the boys are going to do everything in their power to not give them the guard of honor and to not let them win against them. They can win against whoever else, but not against Madrid. Regardless, guys, I'm taking over 1.5 goals in the first half, and I'll tell you why. The odds are great too at 1.8, and this is why, okay? Over 1.5 goals at 1.8. This has happened in their last 5 head-to-head games in a row. Their games have been goal fest. That's why both teams to score is so low at 1.28 odds. That's why over 2.5 is so low at fucking 1.45 odds. Not even less than that. So I'm going to go a little bit riskier here and hope for a goal fest in the first half. I think the last time they played, it was 1-0 to like the 45th minute. And then boom, it was like 3-2 right before halftime in injury time of the first half. So I'm riding over 1.5 in the first half here. A little bit different, a little bit more specific. But I love it. I like it. In terms of who wins, who loses, I don't really care anymore. It doesn't matter. I just want to win my bet. That's it.
Okay, moving on to the next game. We have another massive derby. Okay, this is the Old Firm Derby in Scotland. We have Celtic versus Ranger. This is second versus third place. Guys, both teams are chasing first place. Hearts are in first place right now, I believe. It's going to be a crazy end of the season. First of all, no one saw Hearts being where they are. We've actually been riding with Hearts pretty much all season. So we know how good they are. We've been riding with them. But this matchup is absolutely massive. Big derby. Generally, you'd see this matchup be first and second place. But this season, it's second and third place. But again, both still have a chance to come first and finish first. I'm going with both teams to score here at 1.45. This happens heavily in all of these matchups. I'll let Cesar give you guys all the analytics, all of the stats and data, but give me both teams to score here at 1.45.
Yeah, guys, a strange sight to see here. Second versus third in Celtics versus Rangers. Both teams chasing Hearts, who are in first and who just defeated the Rangers yesterday 2-1, which helps solidify their run for the league. Celtic are 31, 14, and 17 versus Rangers. 19 wins, 5 draws, and 7 losses at home against them. They played each other already 5 times this campaign, with both teams claiming a single victory and 3 draws between them. Both teams to score has occurred in 3 of those games, 3 of those 5 games, and 2 were 0-0 draws. The 2 games Celtic played at home, however, were both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. That's also the 2 games where either team won by a score of 3-1 each. Celtic have won their last 5 in a row, and they have more of a chance to win the league or to come back than Rangers do. Celtic could put Rangers to bed this weekend. So regardless of that, I'm going to be taking both teams to score at 1.45 odds as well. But I think Hearts are going to win the league for the first time in like a century.
Okay. Moving on to the next matchup. I love this matchup. I think the odds are not the best, but I think it's, to me, this is one of the locks of the weekend. We have Verona versus Como. Okay. This matchup is, we look at the table. This is 6th place versus 19th place. Okay. Verona, after last week's draw to Juventus, is confirmed getting relegated to the Serie B. Whereas Como, on the flip side, has 62 points. Juve is in the last Champions League spot at 65. They're only 3 points behind. Champions League football is still alive with 3 matches left, including this one here. So they're going to try to win out the season. They for sure have a much. They're right now in a Conference League qualification spot, but right in front of them is Roma with 2 points more, 64 points. In the last Europa League spot, which they'd still love to make it into. So a win here would put them up, obviously depending on Roma's result. Anyways, Verona has nothing to play for. Como has everything to play for. Como is very unlucky not to come out with a win yet last weekend against Napoli. They absolutely dominated the match. Napoli played haram football, sitting back, doing absolutely nothing. Como will be pressing Verona all game to get a W here. So give me Como on the money line at 1.44. Just quickly to give you their record, they're 2-1-0 against Verona, so they've never lost. They've won 2 and tied 1. It's about to end up 3-1-0 against Verona after this week.
Yeah, I don't care about the Serie A anymore. I hate this league now. I'm not touching it. It's brutal football. Como, to be fair, they're the only team that actually plays decent. I can't stand this league anymore. Betting on this league is like just donating money to the sports book. I'm done with them. Let's move on, please.
Okay, this guy's pure sick, bro. He's all sick. Okay, well, guess what? He's not going to bet on my nationalities league, but I'll bet on his nationalities league because the next matchup I have here is Rio Ave versus Sporting. Okay, another matchup where you have one team fighting for nothing, which is Rio Ave, versus Sporting, who's fighting for everything. Okay, they are tied on points with Benfica, which is weird. I don't know, Cesar, how does it work in the Portuguese league? Because they have a better goal differential. Is it head to head?
It's goal differential. Serie A is the only league. Well, the Italian leagues are the only ones where they consider head to heads.
No, I'm looking here. Sporting has a better goal differential,
But they're below them.
but they're below them.
And they're tied.
Head to head.
Oh, so I guess it's
They're
head to
tied.
head. Yeah. Okay. I guess I don't know shit.
Yeah, so clearly don't listen to this guy. He doesn't know anything. All good. Doesn't matter. If we look at their against Rio Ave, they are 23, 7, and 6. Okay. They absolutely go crazy. I'm taking over 2.5 goals at 1.4. And the reason being is, let me walk you through their last results. 4-0 Sporting, 2-1 Sporting, 2-0 Sporting, 3-0 Sporting, 3-1 Sporting, 3-3. It's goal fest here. Sporting scores lots of goals. Give me over 2.5 goals here at 1.4. Okay, and the last matchup I have, sorry, not the last matchup, the second last matchup we have here, again, the Portuguese league, which Uncle C's won't even bet on his own team because he's a... Give me Benfica versus Braga. I'm going Benfica on the money line at 1.4 because I'm more Benfica than Uncle C's is, okay? Very simple. You're actually a loser now I'm thinking about it. You're a massive loser and it's all good. Give me Benfica on the money line. They are undefeated. They're the only undefeated team in the top 5 leagues. I mean, if you count Portugal in the top 5 leagues, okay? Doesn't matter. They're going to end the season with a dub against Braga. Braga has nothing to play for. Braga is still in the Europa League. I think they will win against Freiburg this weekend, so they will move on to the finals, right?
Yes, sir.
So they're not going to care about the league. They're locked in. They're locked in their position. They're not going anywhere. They are 4th place. They're stuck there. Benfica absolutely needs a W to guarantee themselves Champions League football next season. The great one, the special one, Uncle Mourinho, who's probably going to be at Madrid next season. Who knows? He's going to make sure they win. Give me Benfica money line at 1.4.
I just wish this game had better odds. I feel like 1.4 is too low for a Benfica
It is
Braga
too
game.
Low.
Like, this is negative EV, but like Benfica at home, all they have to play for essentially is the undefeated record, the invincible season. Crazy that they didn't even win the league with an invincible season. Farioli won the league with Porto in his first season at Porto. But regardless, yes, Benfica is my team. But guys, I'm trying to get through the season now, okay? And at these odds, I'm not risking the biscuit for that. You know what I'm saying?
I am. Okay, we're moving on. Next matchup we have is back to the MLS. We have Minnesota versus Austin. Okay, I've been following Austin, oddly enough, because I've been betting on them the last few weeks. I've taken both teams to score in both of their games the last 2 weeks, and guess what didn't happen? Both teams to score, okay? They are due for BTTS here. They are away now. When they play away, it's BTTS like crazy. Minnesota at home. When Minnesota is at home, they score, they win. So I'm going with both teams to score here at 1.67. I actually watched Austin. I had BTTS in their last game where they played St. Louis City, and they were so lucky not to get scored on. Not only did the keeper stand on his head, but St. Louis was literally missing open nets. I mean, it is MLS, so you can't expect that. But I think it needs to happen here. Minnesota is sitting 5th, can score goals, and they're at home. They've conceded 7 in their last 3 games. Austin scored 5 in their last 3. BTTS hit in the last 5 of the last 7 matchups where these two teams, they have a very even history here. 5 wins for Minnesota, 6 wins for Austin, and 2 draws. So they are basically even. I think both teams to score here is a lock ski. Give me BTTS at 1.67.
I love that for you. I hope it hits.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. Okay, and then officially our last matchup, the 19th matchup of this slate. We have Motherwell versus Hearts in Scotland. I have no play here. Go ahead, Cez.
I have Hearts or draw at 1.55 odds. This team is in form. They are on fire. They're in first place. They need to win the league. They have only a 3-point advantage over Celtic. And considering that Celtic are playing Rangers this weekend, it could potentially end in a draw. They can take a massiver. What am I saying? They can take
Excuse me?
They can take a bigger lead. Oh my God.
A bigger.
Bro, what am I saying? Hearts, double chance at 1.55 odds. They can take a bigger lead here to win the league at the end of the season. They also play Celtic, I think, at the last game of the season. So that's going to be very interesting depending on how Celtic do this weekend, who play Rangers. Hearts playing Motherwell here. I mean, like, Motherwell, Mother bad. Either way, Hearts are going to win. So give me Hearts double chance just to be extra safe here. Okay, boys?
Did you just say Motherwell, Mother bad?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Motherwell,
all
Mother
right.
bad.
And that wraps up the slate, guys. Before we get into the moment you guys all wait for, I don't know if you wait for it anymore because it's been not really good. Please hit the subscribe button. 60% of you guys are watching. That's thousands of people every single week that are watching and not subscribed. I give you a second to subscribe right now. Ding. Congratulations. Let's get to the parlays. It's Sunday morning, 5 a.m. You get up because your alarm clock just went off. You know why you woke up at 5 a.m.? Because rent's due. And you can't afford to pay it with your Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. So what did you do? You said, bro, I got to take some side jobs. It's Sunday, concrete, side job day, okay? Now picture this. You're slaving away. You're pouring concrete. You look up, the sun's beating. You're sweating. You're saying, what the hell am I doing here? But then you remember something. Your phone tingles. You look down at it. Oh my God, boys. MBH Bets just dropped the Dreamer Parlay. It is a 12-leg 182x parlay, and it kicks off on Saturday morning with Liverpool and Chelsea, both teams to score. Then it goes to Stuttgart and Leverkusen, both teams to score. Give me Manchester United money line against Sunderland. Give me Club Bruges money line against Saint Trudan. Give me Orlando City double chance against Montreal. Give me both teams to score in San Jose versus Vancouver. Give me Como on the money line against brutal Verona. Give me Benfica money line against Braga. Give me over 2.5 total goals in Rio Ave versus Sporting. Give me Aston Villa on the money line against Burnley. Give me Arsenal on the money line against West Ham. And guys, the 12th leg, the last leg, give me both teams to score in Minnesota United versus Austin. I'm putting $250 to return $45,530 and a good old 1 cent. You're done doing concrete. You got your rent paid for the next 3 years. You're going to pay in advance after the concrete dreamer slaps. We'll see you at the money counter. $45,000 richer. You're welcome. You've been slaving away in the heat, slinging concrete left, right, and center. The concrete truck pulls up. You just loaded 10,000 pounds of concrete into Uncle Caesar's backyard for his fresh new pool after he hit the concrete dreamer. But then what happened? You go, bro, I'm hungry. You look for your lunchbox everywhere. You can't find it. You go, Ma, did you pack the panino or no? You call her up. You say, Ma, did you pack the panino? She said, what are you talking about? What panino? You go, oh my God, I can't even afford a panino, until you realize that MBH Bets dropped the Panino Parlay. It is 6 legs, 14.49x your money, and it kicks off with double chance Manchester United versus Sunderland. That's winner draw Manchester United. Then you got Club Bruges on the money line against Saint Trudan. You got Orlando City winner draw double chance against Montreal. You have Como on the money line against Verona. You have Arsenal on the money line to beat West Ham. And it finishes the 6th leg, the last leg, with both teams to score in Minnesota versus Austin. You're taking $250 of your Panino money to return you $3,624. And once again, 1 cent. You're never going hungry on the job site anymore. You got paninos for days with the Panino Parlay. We'll see you at the money counter. We'll see you at the money counter. We'll see you at the money counter. Let's go. If you want more Panino Parlays just like this one, comment Panino down below. I'll send you a link to download Audible, where we share tons of extra parlays for you to tail. See you at the money counter. See you with a panino in your mouth after Sunday afternoon. Let's go.
Guys, it's Thursday afternoon. You just finished work. You're in your car, stuck in traffic. It's bumper to bumper. You don't know what to do with your time. You're stuck on the 401 trying to get home, and then you whip out your phone because you got a notification from YouTube. MBH Bets just dropped a freaking YouTube video, and guess what? Uncle C's just dropped a parlay for you guys that is 12 legs, 227x your money, and it starts off on Friday with both teams to score between Lens and Nantes. Then we go to Saturday where we got Liverpool moneyline versus Chelsea, Manchester United moneyline versus Sunderland, Manchester City moneyline versus Brentford, double chance Inter Miami, Club Brugge moneyline versus Saint-Trudan, double chance Hearts against Motherwell, double chance New England versus Philadelphia Union, double chance San Jose versus Vancouver Whitecaps, both teams to score in the Old Firm Derby between Celtics and Rangers, Arsenal moneyline, as much as it pains me to say it, against West Ham, and then last but not least, El Clasico. Give me both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. $50 will return you $11,357.21. Guys, I'll see you at the money counter. Guys, Mother's Day is literally this weekend, and you have nothing for your mother because you keep losing your parlays every week, guys. You're scrolling through your sportsbook app, and you see red X after red X after red X after red X, and you said, I don't know what I'm going to do. Guess what? Your dad calls you finally. He says, boy, are you going to hit a parlay this weekend or what? Your mom needs the dryer. You've been telling her you're getting her a dryer for the past year, and you still haven't gotten her one. What are you doing? This is your last chance to get it. And you said, you know what? I'm going to cook up a 7-leg 28x parlay that's going to buy my mom the dryer. Finally, if it doesn't, I'll retire, okay? We're starting off in the MLS with double chance Inter Miami and over 1.5 goals. Then we're going to Belgium where we got Club Brugge money line to win versus Saint-Trudan. Then we're going to Scotland. We got double chance Hearts against Motherwell. Then we got double chance New England versus Philadelphia Union. Double chance San Jose versus Vancouver. Both teams to score in over 2.5 goals in the Celtics and Rangers match. And then last but not least, to bring us home, to buy the dryer, buy it in advance, put the deposit in. We got over 1.5 goals in the first half between Barcelona and Real Madrid in this weekend's El Clasico. $100 will return you $2,814.78. Guys, comment Papa down below in the comments. I'll send you the link to download Audible where we drop all of our parlays just like this every single weekend. Okay, guys? Ciao. See you later. Don't forget, comment Papa.
And just like that, guys, another episode comes to an end. Before we end this episode, you know what to do. You made it this far, and I know you did. Please hit the subscribe button. 60% of you guys, thousands of you guys watching every single week are not subscribed. Give you a second to do it right now. Thing. Congratulations, you just subscribed to the best soccer betting podcast in the world. Just like that, we love you guys. See you at the money counter. Another big week loading.
World Cup coming soon.